Good morning there. Welcome to another edition of This Morning. I am Jenna Basongo, joined by my co-host here, Ibrahim Abalde, and our newspaper review guest, Adedirami. We deeply apologize for the late start. But just to say, it's not Ibrahim Abalde that came late because he has a motorbike now. He's been given a brand new motorbike.
Exactly. A brand new Bajaj tuk-tuk. Yeah, that's what I am.
And so
that's what I am.
Because it's the rain season, if anybody is in the giving mood and they want, I don't want a motorbike, I'll get wet. So give me a 4x4 or something.
I don't mind. If I have what is it, Mercedes-Benz?
Well, considering, I mean, if you get a car, I mean, there's no...
Why I'm a motorbike?
No, if you get a car, there's no problem for you to get maybe a motorbike too. I mean, car and motorbike, you know, they goes together.
So somebody might want to give you
it's important because considering the traffic where we stay, I mean, for me, where I live in Lamen, Babylon. I mean, considering me coming up to the main highway, then taking a car from there, struggling on traffic, and the job that I have to do here, I have to get here early to prepare my running order. I think, you know, the motorbike, it's advantageous to... I mean,
so Mr. Ade also needs a motorbike because he already has a car.
Well, we have to ask Mr. Ade if he can ride. I mean,
smashed and destroyed.
Destroyed.
He doesn't have a car anymore.
My car was parked off the road. It wasn't even on the road. A truck driven by somebody who had no driving license.
No way.
And no brakes ran into my car and completely destroyed it. Because you've asked in that incredulous manner, I might post the pictures.
Wow.
I've held back from posting them because
that
it's
is sad.
Horrific. Luckily, the mechanic who was in it had just about 45 seconds had gotten out of it. Otherwise, he would have been killed.
Oh my God! Yeah.
So I don't have a car.
So you need one. I need one as well. You know.
We're teasing.
Please don't take it seriously. But if I'm giving out it. Anyway, congratulations on the motorbike.
I love my bike. I mean, it's fast. I mean, and very convenient.
In case the viewers are wondering, a generous viewer has donated a brand new motorbike to our...
Exactly.
Yeah, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. I mean, Chris is the sole distributor of Bajaj tuk-tuk in the Gambia. Amazing. So thank you very much.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, so as usual, we have our African proverb, we have the newspaper review, and on social issues today, we'll be talking to Legal Aid. We'll be joined by lawyer Omar Suso to talk about the functions of Legal Aid and other functions as far as the justice system is concerned, what they do, the sections of the population they get to support, and the list goes on. And on the click segment as well, we have a special guest, a special presentation today. Let me not just introduce it.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. It is a special and it's unusual.
It's really special.
Even if you don't say who the artist is, you can say that people can look forward to an acoustic, unplugged performance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've never had. So Skengman Sweezy is taking this thing to another level.
To another level, you know. We decided to do acoustic in the studio today. You know what acoustic does to people who love acoustic? People like Adedirami. It's lovely music.
Love it.
Acoustic, we love it.
Love it.
Yeah, so what is our African proverb?
It's very short and precise. A hungry man is an angry man.
It's a worldwide proverb, I suspect, and of course was famously in a whaler's song, you know, and it's exactly what it says, you know. Don't mess with somebody who hasn't had food because they might snap at you, they might lose their temper, and they might do something.
Yeah.
But also in the wider context, we've seen across Africa where people have been protesting, demonstrating because
they're hungry.
They're hungry. In fact, I saw the CNN program this morning on Sierra Leone, and that's what they're claiming is the result. You know, people are hungry, and that's why they took to the streets. Whether that's true or not, I think is yet to be decided. But certainly people, when they are hungry, they tend to rise up in anger. And of course, the so-called Arab Spring was a bread seller in Tunisia, who was, you know, being put upon by the police. He went and set himself alight in front of a police station, and that kind of sparked the demonstrations about how cruelly he had been treated. Kind of sparked, and then across all these countries, Libya, everywhere else.
All these countries, and we've really seen how that has been a turning point in the Arab area, you know.
The only Arab country where it didn't quite work was in Syria. The president, Assad is still there. He's refused to budge, and the country is now completely destroyed. But that came from people's anger, based on, you know, food prices and so on.
Based on leaders, you know, the fact that they did not really honor the social contract, authoritarian rule.
Well, indeed.
You know, and then
because in Syria, Assad succeeded his father.
Yeah.
And his father had been there for 30-something years. He's now been there for 20-something years. And he's refusing to budge. But the country is utterly destroyed, and it was once a beautiful country.
It's funny you talked about the Arab Spring, because it's currently the article I'm working on. Actually, assignment to review, give opinions and stuff. So I just smiled when you said that yesterday while you were leaving. That's exactly what I was up to.
You told me you were working on something.
It's interesting. Are you psychic? Like,
that's another story for another day. But yes, I am.
Yeah. So Ibrahim, what's your take on this? A hungry man is an angry man.
Well, this
you get hungry sometimes
and get angry.
And get angry, or wanna
always. I mean,
want some more money.
Sometimes, I mean, we use this proverb. I mean, in a sense that if you want to get something, I mean that urge of not able to wait, you know, any longer. I mean, people will tell you a hungry man is an angry man. Or sometimes, you know, the hungry man cannot wait until when the food is cold. I mean, you're always in a haste to get, I mean, this is telling you, always in a haste, it's telling you the character of man.
Of human beings.
I mean, human being, they are always in a haste to get certain things. I mean, so I think that's my own interpretation.
Although if you get hungry, you probably, it says you've been patient, because before you get hungry, you must have not had food for a while. So that denotes patience. And so it's like your patience will snap because you've been forced to go without food, or whatever it is you're after. You've been denied that thing. And then, so on a literal sense, we're taking it about physical hunger, but it could be you're being starved of democracy, for example. You might snap, as happened here in the Gambia, where you had a kind of pretend democracy for many years until, you know, 2016.
Exactly.
Precise, direct, you know, a hungry man is an angry man.
To the point,
Yeah, but, you know, the things are changing now. You know, a hungry man, you have to continue to be patient with democracy if you're looking at it at that perspective, because the goal now is to use your vote to vote the individual out rather than to head to the streets, because then you're causing more damage to yourself and to other people.
Yeah, I mean, you've brought another interesting topic about people's patience and democracy. We've just seen elections in Kenya, and right now there are elections in Angola, yesterday and today. I think the result is expected today or tomorrow. And people have been going on the streets and demonstrating that they don't like the government and so on, and yet the voter turnout has been some of the lowest
you see?
in both of those countries' history. So how serious are people about changing the government if, you know, MPLA have been in power in Angola since Angola got independence, and last week they were saying they might lose. Before I came in the studio this morning, according to the latest polls, they are well ahead. They're so far ahead, they probably can't be caught.
Look at that.
And yet everybody thought they were going to lose for the first time in 47 years. So,
we just need to understand that is our power, and when we're hungry, it's what we can use to be angry and change whatever.
Make change.
You know. So from that, we'll just go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll head right on to the newspaper review. Do stay tuned, don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network.
Very good.
A discussion here still on the motorbike. It seems the motorbike is just a big thing you know, it's just a big thing, you know, having the motorbike. Congratulations once again.
Oh, thank you.
I think we need to get off that topic.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's head right on to the newspaper review now.
All right, Mr.
Shall I start?
What do
Yes.
we have
I've
there?
got
Let's
Foroya.
start with you.
Okay.
Physical planning demolishes houses, fences at Jabang Estate. Now, before I go any further, I need to tell people there's a kind of English and there's a Gambian English. So in Gambia, they say fences when they mean a perimeter wall. A fence cannot be made of concrete, but that's another thing for another day. Dada sacrificed his life to defend the voiceless. That's Pap Sen testifying in Germany. We definitely need to go into that one. GRA engages students, staff at hotel school. We carried that story yesterday on the news at QTV. This one I wanted to read it, but I didn't have time. Successful plaintiff receives $925,000 seized from Finance Ministry as ordered by court. And President Barrow to attend TICAD conference in Tunisia, I think it is. And then Governor Bojang confirms appointment of new Alcalo in Kasakunda village. And then in the bottom there, just to finish, how much social protection is given to flood victims? And finally, what is the Monetary Policy Committee going to say on the skyrocketing dollar? Interesting question.
Yep. Moving on.
All right. Over 200 teachers undergoing comprehensive health education training. And of course, educationists urge WAEC to introduce CCTV examination. And another one, 3 former cabinet members of former regimes still owe 1,394,432.30 buduts. What is the 30 buduts doing there? Yes. And of course, we have GRA heads, corporate affairs says the hotel industry is among the top. That's what we have.
All right. So moving on here, we have, this is the point, and it says Dada Hydra sacrificed his life to defend voiceless, as Pap Sen testifies in Germany. And here, magistrates sent strong warning to law offenders, and also PMO transformed in Ministry of Public Service, and Banjul North residents lament life after July floods. So that is all we have here. And again, Agric Minister praises partners for financing joint grant projects.
So shall we start with yours, the Pap Sen?
Yeah, sure. You have it there as well.
I do indeed.
So here we have that Dada Hydra sacrificed his life to defend voiceless, as Pap Sen testifies in Germany. His Dada Hydra's son as well was here, you know, but obviously
also,
we couldn't really delve into the case because it's, you know, cards.
Well, no, I mean the case is being reported because it's not a closed hearing, and in line with German law, if somebody is accused and is in court, you're not allowed to name them fully. So in all the German newspapers, if anybody goes online, it just says by L. But we all know that it's by law. And I've said this many times, this case has a particular interest for me, not just because I'm in the media, not just because I'm a journalist, but because I landed in the Gambia the day Dada Hydra was killed.
Oh, wow.
And so when I landed at the airport, the people who were due to meet me weren't there. And I was wondering what was happening, and I could see people running around, lots of security. And I asked, and they said, you know, I still get emotional thinking about it. They said he'd been killed. It was quite, you know, as a fellow press man, I really felt it. And as he says, you know, he was defending the voiceless. And he was just one of the most high-profile victims of that regime. Of course, subsequently in the TRRC, evidence came out as to who did it. And why. And really, really shocking. So this trial is ongoing in Germany. And we wait and see what, you know, it says Bailo's confession exposed Yahya Jammeh for his abuse of human rights and killing his opponents. Malik Jatta, an alleged jungler who shot Dada, told the TRRC on the 22nd of July 2019 that Bailo was the driver of the junglers who killed Dada on 16th December 2004. So like I said,
I think for the Dada, I think that this is for journalists. You know, for me, I'm like the Never Again campaign is kind of divided because each person, there's a victim in the sector that you belong to. So the media fraternity, this is like the severe case that we can point to.
Sure.
And this should be our point of reflection all the time when we think of the Never Again campaign, which should, you know, the resistance has to start from us. Because there's still censorship in the media, we like it or not. It's, you know, it's some censorships accepted, but you know, to just avoid it becoming too extreme, it's left to us to resist it. You know,
and you know, I never take Dada's name in vain, but I've used his name many times to caution other journalists, who I know who are operating in countries where there is, you know, either authoritarian rule, and say, look, it's good, speak out, but this can happen to you. I'm not saying be reckless or be a coward, either way, but just be careful. Because, you know, Dada wasn't the first journalist to have been killed for speaking out, and it sadly won't be the last. But we should use him as a point of reference, particularly here in the Gambia. And as you rightly say, when we talk about never again, we should never again descend to those.
For me, I respect the fact, and you know, although it's the death of a journalist, I mean, one cannot be comfortable with that. But I am comfortable with the way the trial is going in Germany. And also sitting here and knowing that you cannot do things and go scot-free like that. I mean, wherever you are in this world now, they will be able to apprehend you and bring you to book. So I think that is also very important.
There's Korea, who was arrested in USA. And so you're right, wherever you are in the world, it doesn't mean that you've gotten away with it. Because a lot of these people, they thought that once they fled the Gambia, that was it, that they were scot-free. But it shows you that justice can catch up with you wherever you are.
Exactly.
So Pape Sène there's testifying in Germany. I think at least we have the likes of Pape Sène, who's worked with him and
for many years
and can tell us so much. We are grateful for, you know, him, the fact that he's able to tell us so much about the work of Dada Haidara, you know, and he's doing a good job there at the Point newspaper. So moving on, NOWEC is saying, WAEC rather, the West African Examination Council is saying that, actually they're not saying, someone's recommending that they should introduce CCTV examination. But
in examination halls.
In examination halls. So, you know, is that what we need? Yesterday, thumbs up to Mamadou Lamin Choi for that brilliant story. Very good story. It was really diverse, bringing in opinions from different education experts. And listening to that, I think it's, you know, but anyway, it's open. People have their suggestions. But is this something that's sustainable? Who's going to sit later to watch the footage? How are you going to identify who is who? So what do you think? What should we look at more realistically?
CCTV does have its uses. And also in some countries where they have CCTV, not in exam halls, but where they have CCTV, the presence of it and the knowledge that it exists actually stops people. Because if you're in an exam hall and you're cheating, and you know that you are being observed, it'll stop you, because you know that if they catch you, you're done for. So it does have a kind of deterrent effect. However, where we were discussing this before we came on air, is that I don't think it's what we need right now. Because if our students really were cheating, then their results would have been way better than they are. So I don't think cheating is exactly the problem we have here. We've talked about the deficit in the quality of their teachers. That's what needs to be addressed, not whether they're cheating. If they were cheating, they would have had 76% pass rate, you know, which, by the way, is what Nigeria got in terms of 5 and more. And we had like, I don't know, 13% or something really, really low. So no, I don't think it's needed here right now.
Exactly. We saw the principal of one of the schools, Oluyundum, is it, you know, suggesting that the Gambia College should be looked into, the admission. You know, the University of the Gambia, the requirements are strict. You have to have 5 credits, including maths and English, you know, and then the Gambia College, why is it that, I know they have their requirements as well, but it's you know, the the standard should be increased at some point.
Well, also, he also made a very, very valid point, which was that as a principal, he gets letters from people who are graduates.
And the English is not.
We've seen it here at QTV. I mean, we get people writing to us for all sorts of things to do with the school. And I always say in this, I wouldn't want my child to be taught by this person. You know, because the English is poor, and you're thinking, and this person is a teacher? I mean, it's horrifying.
Yes, Mr. Ade, I agree. I mean, sometimes it's difficult for you to, I mean, considering all these factors that we have, sometimes, you know, you ask yourself if at all this person is a teacher itself. But I mean, I think it also comes down to some of the students. I mean, students have to be ready to learn.
Well, again, I mean, those who've heard me speak before will be bored to hear this story again. But there was a conference in 2018 of which I had a minor part in. It was called Our Education, Our Future.
Yeah.
And we went to one of the schools in Kanifing, upper basic, I think it was called something, and I don't want to name the school, but the teacher who had shown us around and guided us throughout the day, we were filming her, filming the students and so on, and so at the end I lined up all the teachers and I said, just for the record, say, can you tell your name and your subject that you teach? And she was the last one to address me, and you know, she came and said, my name is Miss whatever, I won't name her, and she said, I teach English. I was astonished. I hope it didn't show on my face, because having spent the whole day engaging with this person, that's the last thing I would have expected to say, that she was her English was poor. And yet
I hope she's not watching.
Yeah, but it's normal. We have to be blunt about it.
We have to be honest about this.
But
and she was an English you know, I think the look must have shown on my face, but luckily I was behind the camera, so but perhaps she didn't see. But that shocked me, actually.
Yeah.
You were disappointed?
I was disappointed. I was shocked.
To the core?
Like,
and you know, when you consider that we were speaking to children who were 14, 15,
and
some of
they
them
couldn't even express themselves.
could not express themselves. Not only that, it got so bad that, and this is not a made-up story, it got so bad that I could see a kind of blank look on their faces. And so I said to them, do you all understand what I'm saying?
Oh my God,
and
you copy.
And they went, and you know Julde, who's at Paradise?
Yeah.
Julde Njai, she had to interpret what I was saying, even though I was speaking English, and so was she to them. And I was kind of perplexed. I said, what, is it my accent that you're finding difficult to understand? What?
Maybe it's your wording.
Class of 15.
Wording?
The way you put your
15,
word.
but I kept it simple. I've taught before. I've taught children. You know,
why didn't they understand?
So, you know,
Because they don't know.
I was.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said
disappointed
maybe.
me, and it
Again,
made me think, gosh, we're in trouble.
But Mr. Ade, I also think parents have a role to play. You know, it's just everyone has to come together to ensure this works. You know, kids sometimes can be homeschooled, you know, even before they go to school. You know, I wasn't like directly homeschooled, for example, but you can see that directly you have a grandma or a mom there who actually gives you the culture of reading. Sometimes when a child is born, you giving the child toys, but also give them books.
Because listen,
for example, they're going to grow up wanting to know things. They're going to be curious.
Of course.
Give them movies. Sometimes movies help a lot, you know. I mean, child-friendly ones, where they can learn English, learn things. I've seen someone who learned English through movies, like a French person. So there are always other ways that the home, it starts from there. We can do the effort. And then when the child goes to school, we take it from there. And, you know, let's also take a look at the schools that we're taking our children to.
Listen,
it also matters.
Even though I used to resent it, you know, as I grew up, I thanked my parents that every night before we could switch on the TV, we had to show them that we'd finished our homework. If you hadn't finished your homework, no TV for you.
You can't.
Your siblings will be watching TV and you're in the other room doing your homework.
That's it.
When you finish, you brought it to them and they're like, okay, it's finished. Okay,
go.
You can go and watch
That's
it.
That's
what we did. You know, at the time you resented because you probably missed a favorite program, but it also made you crack down and do it. And you want parents to engage, because my parents used to say to us, we want you to be better than us. My father was a barrister, you know, so I'm like, oh, so you want me to be what?
Yeah.
You know, but they pushed us. And you know, a lot of the people I went to school with, their parents were the same. They wanted them, and it was very competitive.
So
I
think it's collective.
It's collective,
it's
for sure. Don't just leave it to the teachers and say, oh, teach my children.
Parents, teachers,
This is it. Because if you leave it to the teachers and you leave it to the streets, then I'm sorry, your kids are going to not grow up in the way that you want them to grow in terms of their education.
I've seen a girl that is supposed to go back to grade 11 because the person failed so bad. You know, the person has to like go to another school, and somebody contacted me explaining it to me, and the person has to like go back to grade 11 to come again. That must be like so frustrating mentally, the stigma and everything. But anyway, I just hope the government really takes this thing seriously. You know, increase the benefits that teachers have. Let's show them that it's as noble as it is.
Well, I mean, when you look at teaching, I mean, people think anybody can become a teacher. I mean, people, I can tell you, teaching is the simplest job that you can get in the Gambia, and very easy. I mean, when you finish your high school, sometimes people will tell you, go to this school and start teaching. You can be an unqualified teacher. You understand? So, I mean, I think there should be a particular category. I mean, they should set standards.
They should.
If because these are the people that are molding our young ones. I mean, when I leave for work, I come to my office. I'll have to let my child go to school. If she is at the school, she's spending the whole time with the teachers at the school. So I think teachers, they should set a particular standard. If you don't meet those criteria, I mean, you cannot be a teacher.
But then, if you are setting standards, you have to make sure that you have a reason to set the standard, whereby it's lucrative for somebody to get into it.
Absolutely.
So
I mean,
it's a two-way thing.
That's how it should be.
That goes without saying, but in most countries, people don't go into teaching because they think they're going to get rich. But nonetheless, they should be paid well enough
Exactly.
to make it worth.
When you look at most of the jobs here in this country, I mean, well, teachers, people will say teachers are the most important in our society. Sometimes we have these debates when it comes to our schools. I mean, teachers and doctors who are more important. But I mean, teachers are the one that taught the doctors, I mean, how to do these things. But at the end of the time, teachers are the people that are not paid well.
And
you understand? So people think you can just go.
When I was going to like primary school, our teachers used to like sell
to supplement
to the students
in the class.
The new jai meal, butterscotch.
Hey, I think we all
Allahu Akbar.
that.
I did.
Because I experienced that because I went to a public school. So you can see that they are doing that to supplement the small income. So you know, this just totally needs to change.
Well, I think the income of teachers should be reviewed. I mean, because these are people that spend most of their time with the students. They spend most of their time at the school, especially if you have to teach double shift. I mean, you teach from
double
the
shift
morning,
to make it, to have money.
You teach from the morning till evening.
Or organize unnecessary classes.
It's difficult.
And if you're like anybody else, if you're teaching throughout the day, your brain gets a bit tired. So the children who come in the afternoon are suffering because
sometimes they'll just give maybe one of the pamphlet to one of the students to write on the board.
Or read out or
copy.
I think.
We used to copy chalk. Anyway, this is just
it happens everywhere.
This is a conversation for another day.
It's a whole program. And we started by WAEC and CCTV.
But due to time constraints,
I don't think this thing doesn't even, I mean, it doesn't make sense. You cannot install CCTVs in examination halls. I mean, no matter what happens, some will bypass the CCTV.
but it's interesting you said NAWEC when you meant WAEC, because in some places you wouldn't even have electricity.
You wouldn't even have the electricity. NAWEC will come fat, go fat. So my phone is off, CCTV is off. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
We'll now go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by lawyer Omar Suso to talk about the work of legal aid. We'll be right back.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at Q South Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boosterview Turntable. Contact us on 333 663-2170 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
To build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
With ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more. For just $4,275, you can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. And that's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow.
Back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. So Ibrahima, on social issues today, we are joined by lawyer Omar Suso, and they'll be talking to us about the work of legal aid for the first time. So thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Omar Suso.
Thank you for having me.
So Mr. Suso, legal aid is a non-government institution, am I right?
No, legal aid is a government institution. It was established by an act of parliament called the Legal Aid Act 2008. So obviously it is a government institution having the mandate to represent people that are charged with capital offenses.
Okay, so why is this concept that it's kind of like an NGO? Do you get that sometimes?
Not really, because we are under the purview of the Ministry of Justice.
Okay.
So being established by an act of parliament automatically makes it a government entity, an institution.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, have you, do you get people telling you it's sort of an NGO in a sense?
I've never come across
not
that.
really.
Not really.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But moving on, how functional is legal aid? Because obviously, sometimes things happen where individuals are unable to get the right legal representation, and then obviously legal aid gets to come in. So how functional is legal aid when it comes to supporting the citizenry?
Yes, thank you for that question. Legal aid has been in existence since 2010, and we've embarked on series of sensitization to create that public awareness regarding the mandate of NALA. And currently in the country, we are representing 95% of people charged with capital offenses. So we cannot provide legal representation in all offenses due to human resource constraint. But if people are charged with capital offenses, for instance, murder, rape, manslaughter, and they appear before the High Court, the judge will obviously ask whether they can afford the service of a lawyer. Because remember, it is meant for the poor people. So if you have the means to hire your own lawyer, legal aid cannot step in for you to provide legal representation. But if the individual is poor and cannot afford the service of a private lawyer, then the court makes an order for legal aid to represent that individual at the High Court.
Well, I just want to know something. I mean, if a person cannot hire a lawyer, their legal aid will come into place at least to represent that person. So When it comes to court level, I mean, do you think concentration is giving to the person that legal aid is representing?
Yeah, but
how different it is, like a person hiring his or her own lawyer and legal aid representing you. Which one is more effective? I just want to know that.
Yeah, so Ibrahim, I think the work of legal aid really is it's important that they come in, and he made it clear that it's obviously meant for the poor people.
Absolutely.
And then if you have the ability to pay for yourself, then it's a different story.
Exactly.
But back to the question.
Yes, back to the question regarding how effective legal aid representation is. I can tell you for sure that lawyers at legal aid are like any other lawyers. And they are competent to handle some of these capital offenses. And we have achieved...
Exactly. I think Omar will come back to you. I mean, there are a few things that we are supposed to fix.
Yeah, but I am particularly very concerned about the capacity, Ibrahim, of these people when Mr. Omar Suso is sorted. Because, when lawyers are paid for a service and somebody who's not paid,
exactly.
how effective...
I'm talking about quality. At some point, whether, I mean, it's going to be the same representation, you understand?
True.
Because, I mean, where you put your money and where there is money and where there is no money.
But Ibrahim, the question is obvious. Mr. Suso will not agree, but, we all know, we all know how the narrative can be. But I think the existence of legal aid really is very important, because there's something. It's important to ensure that everybody has the right to justice. Everybody has the right to proper representation, and that can only be done if bodies as such are put together. But another thing is, I think when Mr. Suso is sorted, I would also want him to talk about how independent it is.
Exactly.
Because, for example, if a person has a court against the state, and these are like state councils as well, representing the individual. Exactly. How do they do all those things? It's important that it is made clear.
Legal aid, I mean, according to Mr. Suso, it is set by the government. I mean, it's done by the parliament. I think it's also important for us to know what about if a particular case is against the state. How are they going to handle
things like that?
How are they going to represent that person? While legal aid itself belongs to the government.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a government arm.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So that is why I asked him that question about it being in an NGO, because to some that is what it is, to represent independence. Exactly. But back to the question.
So let's go how effective it is.
Yes. So back to your question regarding how effective legal aid is when it comes to legal representation. Like I said earlier, I can tell you for sure that like any other lawyer, we owe a duty to our clients.
Right.
And there is a professional code of conduct that governs all the lawyers in the country. So as a legal aid lawyer, you are equally governed by that code of conduct. So you ought to have given effective legal representation whenever you are representing an individual. Because at the end of the day, the government pays you. So this is a decision that you have made, that this is the institution you want to serve based on passion. So if you have that passion, I believe like any other lawyer, you should be in a position to represent your client effectively. Yes. So going back to the independence of legal aid, obviously that has been a concern for many. Yeah, it has been a concern, and I must accept that. Because I said earlier, we are under the purview of the Ministry of Justice. And sometimes people will say, oh, you are paid by government. Will you render effective legal representation? Because at the end of the day, the government is paying you. What if the government has an interest in a particular case? Right. But I can give you that assurance that that is not the case. Because like the judiciary, we believe in the independence of legal aid. And in a society where there is a rule of law, there are certain principles that has to be observed by the government. And since the inception of NALA, I have never seen an instance where the government will tell us, this is the way we want you to do your job. And I believe most of us being guided by principles. If such things happen, we will tell the public, and most of us will find our way out. Yes.
I'm not sure about that. Well, you know, you do not expect something else to be said. But okay, to further prove that, has Legal Aid ever won a case that had to do with the government versus an individual? Has that ever happened?
Absolutely.
Give us an example.
Going by our mandate, we always represent cases that are against the state. Okay. Because if an individual is charged with a criminal offense, you have a case against the state. Yeah. Your wrongful conduct is against the state. So this is why we will have the state versus Mr. A. So all our cases are against the government. And right now, I don't have the statistics of it, but to tell you that we have at least 75% success in all our cases. We've had acquittal and discharge. We had cases that were dismissed. We had cases that were struck out for lack of diligent prosecution. So obviously, we have success.
So any prominent case that you can point to us?
No, I will not be in a position because of we owe that duty of confidentiality between a lawyer and a client. So this being a live program.
When I say prominent, obviously things that have been published in the media already. Yes, that you can point to us, maybe. Yeah, there are a lot of cases that have been published. It might not be prominent cases because of, you know, most of the prominent cases, people will go and hire the service of a private lawyer because of they have the means, they have the money. But yet we have people who have been charged with serious offenses like murder, rape, arson. And just 2 or 3 weeks ago, one of my clients was acquitted and discharged, who was standing trial for arson. He could have gone for life imprisonment. So he was acquitted and discharged. Unfortunately, I cannot mention names. Yeah, sure.
All right, so there was this thing called the Legal Aid Caravan. I mean, I think there was a time a year ago. I mean, it was advertised on radio. The Legal Aid Caravan, what do you do? What do they do?
Yeah, so we have this project called the Mobile Legal Aid Clinic.
This is, I think it's the clinic.
Yeah, yes. This is a project funded by UNDP, UNICEF, and you have the UN Peace Building Fund. So we go to different regions in the country to sensitize people, render free legal advice to people that have legal disputes, ranging from land disputes, matrimonial disputes, and inheritance. So we go around the country to render legal advice to people and to prisons, police stations, people who have been detained beyond the constitutional limit, to inform them of their rights, to be represented by a lawyer, and to secure bail. So in essence, that is the purpose for that project. We go out to sensitize people, create that legal awareness, ranging from different areas of the law.
So how far have you gone? I mean, since you start doing these things, I mean, representing people, maybe I can say the voiceless. How far have you gone? What can you tell us? Is the narrative changing?
Yeah, the narrative is changing because I am just from an M&E, that's the monitoring and evaluation that was equally funded by UNDP. In respect of this project that we have been embarking on, and the response has always been positive, and people have now been resolving their disputes through mediation, you know, and if issues that cannot be mediated, they will take it to court for litigation. So the response has always been positive based on the M&E that we have conducted. Yeah.
Exactly.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. I think we've delved into so many things in relation to the work of Legal Aid, but do you have specific concentrations, like to say you have a roadmap when it comes to sexual and gender-based violence, or specific, you know?
No, that is the role of the Ministry of Justice, the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Unit. For us, we represent people who are alleged to have committed such offenses. So, and in doing that, we ensure that their right to a fair trial is always protected. Yeah, and the due process
so there
is
are not
always
specific
followed.
Priorities?
No, for us, we concentrate on representation. And the Ministry of Justice, they have a special unit for that.
Okay, so do you have, what is your relationship with the alternative dispute you know?
Yeah, the Alternative Dispute Resolution Secretariat.
Yeah, Secretariat.
That is the ADRS.
The ADRS.
Basically, their mandate is to mediate.
True.
Yes. So what we do with ADR, we have a partnership with them because we are all sister agencies under the Ministry of Justice. So projects like Mobile Legal Aid Clinic, we bring them in, you know, to participate because of some people wouldn't want their cases to go to court because we have our norms and values. Others will prefer settling disputes outside courtrooms. So we invite them. These are experts in arbitration and mediation. So certain communities, individuals will prefer that they sit and discuss, find solutions to their problem.
Right.
So we have people, staff from the ADR, who will engage them into resolving some of those disputes.
So how is the, you know, slow process of the judiciary affecting your work as legal aid? We've seen it's really slow. Sometimes cases go for years when really it's not necessary.
Exactly.
And aside from that, capacity-wise, how are you dealing with it? I know lawyers are graduating at the University of the Gambia, but is legal aid lucrative enough for them? That is the question.
Yeah. So there you go, because this has been a burning issue and it has been a concern for all, like the slow process of our criminal justice system. And we are aware of these facts. And the judiciary, legal aid, and the Ministry of Justice, we are all trying to find a solution to this. But sometimes the public wouldn't understand certain things. The criminal justice system is designed in such a way that you have different parties involved. You know, you have like 3 parties involved. You have the judiciary. You have, for instance, the Ministry of Justice responsible for prosecution. And you have the victims, witnesses. So sometimes cases will be adjourned, not as a result of the lawyers or the judges wanting cases to adjourn. Sometimes in this country, people will report a case to the police, and when it is time for them to go to court and testify, it is always a problem. So witness participation in our criminal justice system is always a problem. You will report a case when there is that, when the incident happened, and there is that passion to ensure that justice is done. But just give them a month or 2. You call them, sometimes their phones are unreachable.
Exactly.
So what do we do? Cases have to be adjourned. So the slow
but let's
process.
be honest here, it goes beyond that.
It goes beyond that,
Way
obviously.
beyond,
And this is why I told you earlier that we are aware of that fact. And we are not saying we are not responsible. Because of sometimes we will also go to court due to circumstances beyond our controls. We will apply for adjournments. So these are some of the things that happen in the criminal justice system.
But is the capacity, you know, the human resource personnel, is it like enough there?
No.
Is legal aid really an option for lawyers even?
Really, the human resource capacity is not enough. Right now we have 9 lawyers.
At legal aid.
For
the whole country?
For the whole country.
Kartong to Koina.
From Kartong to Koina. And we have high courts in most of the regions in this country. So you expect legal aid lawyers, let's say 9 lawyers, to be in all these courts. And to be in the children's courts also. Because at the children's court, legal representation is mandatory. So if a child is charged with a criminal offense, irrespective of the offense he or she is charged with, legal representation must be provided, provided that the parents cannot afford a lawyer.
And you have only 9 lawyers.
And we have only 9 lawyers.
Interesting.
So we are in the high courts, we are in the children's court with limited funding.
And you expect the representation to be good enough with those?
Yes, the representation will be good enough.
But maybe one lawyer is handling multiple.
Yes, but as I told you, this is a decision that a lawyer has made, that you have passion to do this particular job. So you have a lot of options. If you want, you can go into private practice. But if you decide to be a public defender, obviously it comes with that passion. Money, we are all, economic beings, but at some point, it's not always about money. It's about having the passion to do things that you love doing. Yes.
So how long do these lawyers stay? When a lawyer comes, They just come and go, or they can stay there for years?
Yeah,
I just want to understand
Yeah,
something.
it depends on the person. Others will use the institution as a stepping stone, to reach their career goals. But others have the passion to stay and help the poor and the vulnerable. Yes. Like I have been there for almost 11 to 13 years now.
At the legal aid?
At the legal aid.
And it's based on passion, truly?
Mine is based on passion.
Okay.
It's based on passion. Yes, and I have different options, but I don't use the institution as a stepping stone to reach my career goals. But I decided to stay and help the poor and vulnerable.
Interesting.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, but publicity, do you have a communications department?
No, we don't have a communication department.
Your publicity is not where it is supposed to be.
We don't have.
And if it is, if we're talking about fair representation, people need to be aware of your existence to know that you can support them, you know, or you're not doing the communications because you feel like the capacity is not there with 9 people. Obviously, you don't want the whole country jumping on you.
No,
is that the case?
At some point, we will have no option, even if the whole country jumps on us, because of it's our mandate. Because of the Legal Aid Act. Before the Legal Aid Act, we used to have the Poor Persons Defense Act, 1993. Okay. And when Legal Aid Act came into force, it widened the scope of legal aid in the Gambia. So now we don't only limit ourselves to legal representation, but we provide free legal advice. Okay. So we have no choice. Okay. The Act mandates us to do a particular job. It has to be done.
Right.
Yes, on a final note, how do people access, your service? Those living within the country, maybe those living around the provinces, how do they access your service?
So we have our offices in Jimpex, and there is one at Brikama, and there is another office in Basse. Yes. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so we have our offices in 3 regions. Yeah.
That's why I asked about if they are the ones, responsible from Katong to Koida.
Exactly.
Then it's,
So now, Jenna will remind our viewers that we'll be talking to the Legal Aid on this platform on Wednesdays. Due to 1 or 2 things, we couldn't make it on Wednesday. But they'll be here. They'll be sending us representatives on this platform every Wednesday to discuss legal matters. These are very important because everyday things are happening, and people need people to represent them.
Absolutely.
So I think it's very important.
Thank
you, Lawyer Suso, for coming.
And we are looking forward to consistency on the program as well. When the viewers get used to it, then we want to continue with them. But thank you so much for willing to partner with us to achieve, some form of legal understanding for our viewers. So in subsequent programs, we'll be taking it to the local language to ensure that we all have a broader understanding of our legal system. Thank you so much, Mr. Omar Suso. Looking forward to another engagement.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So viewers will go for a short break, and when we come back, we have the surprise for you on the clip segment. We'll be right back.
Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFunkanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Want it? Order for it and pay quickly using QuickPay on the QMoney platform. With great technology comes ease and convenience. Get a glimpse of what a comfortable life is with QMoney by dialing *323# now. Call 133 for more information. QMoney, Sunyu Kalpe.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
To build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
With ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network. Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75C and $100C and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10C to $100C using eFunkanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others. Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at QCell Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boosterview Turntable. Contact us on 333-217 or email us at info@quantumnet.g. Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more. For just $4,275, you can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. That's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, we innovate, others follow.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
To build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
With ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
Want it? Order for it and pay quickly using QuickPay on the Q Money platform. With great technology comes ease and convenience. Get a glimpse of what a comfortable life is with Q Money by dialing *323# now. Call 133 for more information. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more. For just $4,275, you can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. And that's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell. Want it? Order for it and pay quickly using QuickPay on the Q Money platform. With great technology comes ease and convenience. Get a glimpse of what a comfortable life is with Q Money by dialing *323# now. Call 133 for more information. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. And now I'll just allow Skengman Sweezy himself to introduce our special guest, Ibrahim.
Yes.
Na pai pare, na Mary pare.
Because today we're doing something different, man.
Yeah.
We all know what we're doing today, man. And with me in the studio, man, it's not really a different guest. This guy has been coming to this show, and this is the third time on the show, man. Welcome to the show, Brahma, man. It's a pleasure, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much, bro. Thanks so much. It's always a pleasure for me to be here. QTV is home.
Exactly.
You understand?
You know, I always say you're a family. You're part of the family.
Actually, and I'm really happy to be part of this beautiful family. You know.
Exactly, man.
So greetings to each and everyone watching right now. Today it's gonna be a special morning. Trust me.
We're about to spice up your morning, man.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Man. With the vibe,
Mary,
the melodies,
Daddy,
you know,
young ones, old ones, you gotta get ready today, man. We're about to spice up your morning, man. Yeah, man. Today we're talking about the album, and you're performing some of the songs from the album as well.
Yeah.
So first of all, the album is sick. I'm not gonna lie. I like, to me, I feel like I'm related to every song in the album.
Yeah.
Because the message that you send out is really good as well.
For real.
And I'm proud of the work you put in the album as well, bro.
Thanks so much, bro.
And the listening party that you did for the album was really amazing, bro.
It was different.
Yeah, it was a different one.
Yeah.
I saw mad love from different artists as well.
Trust me. Yeah. We always trying to do things, you know, in a different way, you know what I mean? Because people are used to coming to listening parties, doing it in a club, playing the songs and jamming it like that. Yeah. I was like, why not I give them a live test of the album, playing old songs live. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. And it was great. It was great.
You know, I always say, I was just saying this right now. To me, I wish every artist in the Gambia can play an instrument. Because it's fun, to be honest. I think you guys should start learning one or two stuffs about instrument as well, because it's really fun. Because the performance that night, it was extraordinary, bro.
You know how
when Sophia came, she mashed up
you know how we do it. You know, Sophia come in a dance way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Miss Jobis did something great. You know what I mean? All the boys, Jali Madi, Aliu, my sister,
even the Bright Stars as
Bright
well.
Stars. You know? It was talent, you know.
Yeah,
it was talent. I just wanted to do it alone, but I was like, let me not inform anybody. I just want us to jam after all.
Exactly.
After giving them what I have to give them, I want to call every artist so that we can vibe together.
So first of all, let's talk about the album, bro.
Yeah.
The album is out, it's making waves, it's on Audiomack, it's on all social media platform as well, bro. So let's talk about the inspiration behind the album.
Yeah. You know, the album, the name of the album is called I Am Barhama. Barhama being my name.
Exactly.
You know, I am is something that is really important. Anything after it, you become that thing, you know what I mean? And I realized that Barhama signifies the bringer of peace, and that's what I stand for. When I wanted to do an album, I was like, you know, I have to do an album that is related to me in every aspect. So I decided to take the name, and I Am Barhama represents I am the bringer of peace on one side. The other side is like, this is my blueprint, you understand? And once the songs are released, I believe it will get to some part of the world, to somebody who has never heard of The Voice before. And his or her question will be, who is this guy?
Exactly. And the album is the first album ever, and it's 15-track album.
Exactly. So I'll be responding to everybody who's asking that question, who's that guy? I'll be like, I am Barhama.
For real, man.
Yeah.
I am Skengman Sweezy as well, bro.
Really.
Exactly, man. So let's go with the first performance from the album, the first song that you're playing for us today, man. You're gonna choose. I'm not choosing today. You're choosing, bro. Let's kick it right there, man.
Wow.
I told you.
Yeah. Let me give them this song. This song is called Aduna Du Dole.
Okay.
Du Dole Khella. So.
All right. Let's go with it.
Dukumun samorom dukumun samorom dukumun samorom sadole buko Aduna ngidam so bugerem fonga bore Aduna ngidam so bugerem fonga bore Ñu gam done da ke may tu ñu am lu bari
dinga daw ba sori ñu fexe ba jege la jaay la doole gañ laay ku bare bare ñàkk bare ñu bare sa kaw ba gañ laay aduna bi lee de mbaaru doom bu góor laay faw nga tàggu mbaar mbaale ngay wër laay na njul si njaay rek boota mbaar bi ñëw naa kon nag duma du ko mun sa morom duma du ko mun sa morom duma du ko mun sa morom duma.
Nice one, bro. Nice one.
sa doole bul ko xëy bal sa xel si life bul fàtte sa waay xooleel ku nekk sa bopp war na nga realize la before nga socialize def ku nekk muy sa mbokk. Never give up the fight, just wait for the light. You will slowly get the conquer. Nothing comes easy in life, the more reason for you to strive. Your dreams will never suffer.
Hey, man. You know, I got chills on my body.
Yeah. That one is called Dole.
That's the first track. That's the first track from the album, though.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm freezing.
I told you we're spicing up your morning.
Right now.
I told you. This is Kengmo and Sweezy, bro.
No,
exactly, man. This is me, bro.
Why not? Yesterday, it's the first day I watched Barhama's new video on TV.
Yeah.
It is very rare for me to stand one place and watch a video from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
But when I saw his song, it was so... It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
know? We're going to talk about that as well, bro. We're going to talk about that song.
Yeah.
Enjoy, bro. But first of all, this song, it's powerful. It's the first track on the album, though.
It's the first track.
Yeah, and it got me chills, man.
Yeah,
I'm all over.
Yeah,
Man,
and then you know, this song mean a lot. I am Barhama. I'm about to talk to everybody, so I want to start with this song, which is Aduna, talking about the whole world, you know, and how life is as a whole.
Yeah.
So I was like, this song is gonna be the right song to, you know, to open the album.
Exactly.
And
so
shout out to Cyboy.
who did the production on the?
Cyboy Entertainment did the production, you know.
You know, these are OGs in the music industry, bro. And trust it, bro. The work is good. I'm not gonna lie.
Cyboy did some wonderful work on this thing. Some really, really wonderful work, which I really appreciate. Thanks so much to Cyboy for being part of this great.
Exactly. And this one we're about to do now is for Janaba Sonko.
Okay.
Exactly. So, Brahma, let's go to the next song from the album.
Take a chill pill, okay?
This one is about peace, huh? Jama, 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 jama neerna. Jama, 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 jama neerna. Jama mooy li gën, ñun ñëpp soxla jama. Jama li gën, kon war nañ ko sama. Mooy li gën, ñëpp soxla jama. Jama li gën, wa niya mooy ko sate diya ta alone kera libiye. Alna kata bangkula kero kana janja. Diata alone kera leje. Alna kata bangkula kero kana janja. Dekel jama saksi jama jama saksi ya. Doksi jama waksi jama jama laba faw. Sa jami morom moy sa jama jama lal sa rew. Def ko sa soxla ndax si jama si la yëpp xëj. Gis-gis si mun na wute. Gam-gam yi sore. Waaye su jàmm amee ñun ñëppay ànd bëgg. Despite our differences, dañ embrace oneness and be together. ñu ne neen la kon bu kenn mer. Jàmmaay li gën ñëpp soxla jàmm. Jàmmaay li gën kon war nañ ko sàmm. Mooy li gën ñun ñëpp soxla jama. Jama li gën waaw niya mooy ko sate diata alone kera lebiye. Alna kata bangkola kero kana janja. Diata alone keira liye. Alnga katabang kola keira kanajanya. Engage yourself, talk to your neighbors, communicate with them. Put Jamasak, let everyone be ready to take a stand. Not to the violence, make the peace and build it for stay. Let every day be peaceful like a happy holiday. Bunyudara divine, we are one family, different type, one people, free from tribalism. Let's engage a positive culture that preach peace every day, tolerance, understanding with some responsibility.
Nice one there, bro.
Nice
this song you actually featured your sister on.
Yeah, I featured my sister in
exactly.
it. And then, you know,
and I love the bond between you guys, though.
Yeah, yeah. No, Mariam,
the brother and sister in love as well.
She's the next Barham.
No, Mariam to me, she has
been stealing all my fans lately. Trust me. Anytime Mariam sings, I will lose a fan who was like, Barham. Oh, to be honest, you were my favorite singer.
Yeah, but she is now my favorite.
But why did you say that song is for me? Parce que dama bari affaire wala?
No, not really.
Dama laajte di. Dama bëgg mu leer xam nga nit ñi mën nañoo génn ci biti misinterpret ko. Waaw.
Danga bari seetaane so de.
No. Bu ko ñu ne ma léegi jéena ba doxal ak jaama. Waa lii nag neexuma nag Barhama lii duma ko nangu man duma laal lii. Man jaama rek laa bari.
Man dama xam ne jaama nga
maa bari jaama yow. Ay xanaa lan la.
Exactly. This is track number 2 from the album.
Yeah, it's track number 2. Yeah.
Who did the production on for this song?
J-Live did the production of this one, you know, and then he did justice to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, most of the time.
Actually, to me, I love the concept of the song, peace. You get
it? This is what I stand for.
What is going on in African countries right now? It's like most of the countries are not stable, they're not peaceful.
Actually.
But Gambia, we are known as as a peaceful place.
They call us the smiling coast of Africa for a reason, you know. So that's why this song is reminding every individual that we have a responsibility. You understand? And then the responsibility starts from you.
Exactly.
You understand? Sa jami morom moy sa jama jamalal sa rew. That's what I say. Like even sa nonsa, that of your enemy. Jama, when your enemy is at peace, you are at peace. Because he won't trouble you or whatsoever. So it's about time for us to remind each other about peace, not just talking about it in the street. Let's put it in our song. Let's dance to peace. Let's talk about it. That's it.
What I love about the Gambia is a no tribalism place.
Actually,
we don't have anything like that.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that.
But we are all the same.
But we should talk about it.
Yeah, we should.
Because
to be honest,
there are certain things we shouldn't just keep our hands like that without talking about it. So as a musician and also somebody who represents the people,
peace,
I always want to be talking about issues affecting our society, and then peace is one part of it.
And to be honest, this album is sick. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I keep listening to it all the time, and you've played one of my favorite songs actually, which is this one that you did with your sister. And big shout out to your sister, Mariam Cham. I'm proud of you, though. Trust me, you've really improved in yourself. You know, since I know her like 4 years back, but to be honest, from 4 years back to date.
I used to like Barhama so much. I
understand your point, but it's all right.
It's all right. It's all love as well. It's all love. It's family thing.
You know, and then she's coming with something. Hopefully, next year they will hear something great within Barhama and Mariama.
Exactly. I think you guys should work on a mixtape.
Something that everybody will want to see.
Yeah, you should work on a mixtape as well.
No, we're working on something.
Exactly.
But I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So what is the next track we're going with, bro?
Let me take it a little bit high.
We should.
But you know, this is the last track. Are we closing with Enjoy? Because we have 5 minutes to go.
No, we're closing with Enjoy. We're closing with Enjoy.
Yeah, we love Enjoy.
Should I give you Enjoy now?
Yeah, because we have 5 minutes.
No, we're going to close with Enjoy. Well, let's do this one now.
We have 5 minutes to go.
We can't afford to miss it. We're not going to miss Enjoy, I promise you, bro. Bro,
we have 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes. Give us Enjoy.
Okay,
let's
give us Enjoy.
Up your mind and be ready to enjoy. Hey, I just want to enjoy. Walk all my head to see you, allow me to enjoy. Hey, I just want to. Problem me do je con baile mama enjoy. Hey, Yeah, I just wanna enjoy yourself with freedom. Come could you do es kontanal ba yeko begel ni ko say best. Life is easy so ko xame can do la stress. Walk and pray, enjoy doli chere yokunye. Fale umatus when I'm in the mood to enjoy. Them party chili di fecha babuga joy. Duma me yedara na fecha nyakabato. You can say I'm not civilized but sumayon I'm just enjoy. Free up your mind and be ready to enjoy. Hey. Wakal my head to see you allow me to enjoy. Hey. Allow me to enjoy. Problem me do jek kon bailen mama enjoy. Hey, yeah, I just wanna connect bailen mama enjoy. Hey, bailen mama enjoy. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself. Free up your mind and be ready to enjoy. Yeah, I just wanna.
Yo, wakal my enemy see you by.
Wakal my hater see you allow me to enjoy. Yeah, I just wanna.
Exactly, man. It was fun.
Enjoy.
We almost out of time. But if you want to enjoy with us today as well, meet us at Bay Lounge, man, former Calabash today. I'll be there today with Hussein Dada. We're doing a pre-recording that will be airing next week. So we're celebrating his wedding anniversary today.
And then, and congrats to my brother, he's a real G, And then to everybody watching out there, the album is out on all digital platforms. You can go stream it, you can go listen to it, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. Apple Music, boom, play anywhere.
All right.
That's what
so
it is.
Viewers, till we come your way next week with another interesting program. Hate to say, allow len ñu enjoy dëkk bi dafa metti mais len ñu allow len ñu ñun doona nañ till we come your way.